There we are at Southwell Minster in Nottingham.
World is changing, oh my friend.
Time to dance, time to make.
From the ashes we arise.
Find the beat, no disguise.
Wars behind us, future bright.
Feel the rhythm, hold on tight.
Rise together, hand in hand.
We will dance, we will stand.
Dance through history, come alive.
On the floor we serve,
Moving forward, never still.
leave your fever.
Night is shining.
I'll leave you.
Nice and cool.
It is. So what are you going to show me? Brilliant. So guys, this is a bit exciting. So it's
Show
been.
you all sorts of things.
Last time I was here, it was with my daughter. She was in the guides, so it was for the you know, to do
Memorial,
the parade.
the annual St George's Day
Parade, yeah.
So, you probably know this building, Norman Minster, started in 1108. So, church, shape of a cross. Always start. The most important thing about a church is they always start building above the altar.
Okay.
Altar is always at the top of the cross, pointing east.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
So that's your church. Well, I do some stuff with children, and so we'll make them do arms out. Top, the altar is the top of the cross, so that's where all the important stuff happens. The bells are in the middle, so where the heart is.
Where are they? Up there?
Straight up there we have 13.
Oh, sort of up there.
Up at the top, up here, that's the bell tower. We have
Oh, above the roof.
13 bells, which is quite extraordinary, and they ring them in an anti-clockwise
So
way.
they didn't consider that as being unlucky.
No.
Like that's to have
obviously not.
13 bells.
So you've got a Norman nave, big strong architecture. So the rounds there.
Is this done to the? I forgot what it's now. The mathematical thing. It's like
Triforium.
3, 6, 9 or something like that, or 7.
I'm not going to be
3,
able
6.
to
I'll look that up and add that on the video,
our
guys.
original Norman choir, which is that part, was too small, so they knocked it down 100 years after building it and rebuilt it early Gothic. So if you go and look in there, so we have here, you haven't got a vaulted roof there, you've got a wooden. But if you then take yourself and look up here, okay, you've got.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay, your columns are big. In 100 years, they've learnt.
That is absolutely stunning.
Oh, well, you've got to go to the chapter house. But in 100 years, they've learnt how to make things smaller and do fancier work. I'll then suggest you go over to the chapter house, which is 100 years after this. So that was built in 1290. And that's the only stone chapter house in the country without a centre pillar. So the expertise of what they're able to do has become, the stonemasons have just become really, really clever at what they can do. Our newest part of the building is this bit here called the screen. And if you just take a quick step back here and look at the architecture and the way they've taken stone from Mansfield
Wow.
and carved it.
Wow. How have
It's,
they done that without bits breaking off? It's amazing.
this gentleman here is the Black Prince. We have just in this piece we have over.
What's the story behind the Black Prince?
So he was killed, wasn't he? He was going to be. You'll have to look it up.
I tend to overlay all the facts
do
on my videos.
Find out. So Cardinal Wolsey, Henry VIII, and all of that.
Yeah, yeah.
I knew about
So he spent his...
Layla's Belarusian, so she's
Okay.
Church Christian
But
Orthodox.
I know about Henry VIII. Yeah, he's executed his wives
Henry's-
because they
he was
didn't bring boys for him
Yeah,
like that.
that's spot on.
She's very
so
good
this
on
is called
history.
Wolsey's chair, and
Yeah.
he spent his last 6 months of his life here. Although he said that the weather was not in Nottinghamshire, he stayed in the Archbishop's Palace, although he said the weather was terrible and the food was even worse.
What? Why is it called the Palace?
Because
Is
the
it like-
Archbishops of York would come, there was some very large hunting grounds here, and the Archbishops of York used it as a residence.
Ah.
And so a lot of medieval kings and queens with an entourage of 200 would come and stay in the palace here.
Yeah.
So I'll go back a bit in a minute because I'm going to get your brain going, but I just wanted to show you. So this is the most recent work. So if you look up there and look at how fine the workmanship is,
That's amazing.
it is pretty incredible.
Absolutely stunning, yeah.
So,
So when was this done?
about 1340. And then after that, there was a plague that killed half the population, so the expertise of the stonemasons went.
Yeah, I've done a bit of history on the caves in Nottingham recently, and apparently that a lot of
I've
people,
got a really
a lot of
interesting
people
one for you.
survived the plague because of the tanneries kept the rats away. They were in the caves. They lived in the caves back then.
So, we've got quite a lot of the medieval kings and queens and people. Now, I can't tell you all of them. We are doing work on, and eventually we're going to do a trail, so... But you can see the gentleman at the end there, he's got a bishop's hat, so we know he's a bishop of some sort. But there's a lot of work to be done on this, and we're getting there.
So is it difficult to dig up the facts through the historical sort of archives?
Time and whatever. Roger Mortimer's Hole in Nottingham,
Ah, yes.
and Queen Isabella. So she her son, my history's not, I've been doing it's too hot today. But anyway, Roger Mortimer and Queen Isabella. The interesting thing about those two stone carvings there
Yep.
is they were very handsome people, and the stonemasons, because they didn't like them, have made them ugly.
I can see, as soon as you said handsome, I was thinking, well, something wrong
Isn't
there.
that right? And so the other really interesting thing about this, so this, you go back to sort of 1340, or this, when they're doing this.
Yeah.
So, and this is the bit that's going to make you laugh. Okay, so the really important people are higher up. Okay, so these are all your kings, queens, bishops, and the really important people in that medieval time. The reason they're higher up, and the reason a lot of what we have is better quality higher up, is because you're closer to God, makes you more important.
Yeah.
So they're higher up, closer
Yeah,
to God,
close
more
to God.
important.
Excellent.
If you look here, so we've got Queen Isabella and Roger Mortimer made ugly,
Yep.
and lower down,
Yep.
we've got all sorts of interesting people and pigs and faces. We've got somebody here, look, who is a definite villain. Look, he's got a knife and everything, yeah?
Oh, yes.
Isn't he?
Yeah,
And we've got stone carving around here, and I don't know whether I should show you this one. We have to be a bit careful. I don't want it to go viral because we don't want him here. Does that look like anybody to you? Perhaps a president of America?
Oh, Trump?
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Anyway,
It isn't
Just,
President Trump, just for the record.
it is nothing to do with President Trump. It's just a medieval...
Looks very much like him, though.
But isn't that interesting?
Yes, yes.
I mean, I'm not saying it is him, but that is a... So, I can talk. I mean, it's probably worth at some stage of coming and doing a guided tour. So, over sort of near where the Archbishop's Palace and the gardens are.
We haven't been there yet, but I'm going to go.
But perhaps spend some more time. If you do it in Nottinghamshire, this place has got so much, there's a
Yeah.
whole civil war,
War of the
what went
Roses.
on. Well, it's the Civil War, so Cromwell's men, or the Scottish troops, housed their horses in here. There's so many different things. But the thing that I think is historically very interesting, so we are about a 4-mile march from the Fosse Way here. And
Romans,
we're on
yeah.
the way
To Lincoln.
Well, we're between Lincoln and Leicester, and Ad Pontem is where they would cross. But this route would take them into Derbyshire, where the tin mines are.
Right.
But there is evidence of a large, very large Roman villa here. Unfortunately, it's
Actually in Southwell.
Yeah, huge one.
Whereabouts would that be?
So, let me show you here. So, there are, unfortunately I've not got any documents, there are some amazing, in the 50s, where the old Minster School was, they did some excavation work. And they built, in the 50s, they built a school there, but
Yep.
they'd done some excavation work and they found 6 large Roman mosaic floors that are almost unique. And there's starting to be quite a bit of evidence that actually it was probably one of the largest Roman villas in the Midlands. The problem is that they then built this and the Archbishop's Palace on top of it.
Right.
But if you look here...
So we're not going to see those
no.
ruins anytime soon.
No, exactly. But if you look here, there is a Roman tesserae floor. Now this here, the history says it was part of our Saxon church because there was a Saxon church here. And the original thought was that they moved this floor, but that's wrong. That's wrong.
They didn't move it.
There is more evidence now to think that this was actually in situ. Yes. And potentially, I don't know and we don't know, but it looks like it's not been moved. Now, it's not a big fancy, beautiful painted floor like the ones that you see over in the main
It's like
villa.
the Romans would...
But we wonder, whether this is a separate building that was potentially a Roman temple, because they were quite basic. They weren't
I've seen this before,
fancy.
yeah. Definitely agree
And
with
it
you.
potentially could be where the Roman temple was. So,
Yeah.
and then they built an Anglo-Saxon church where that was. Who knows?
Because it's probably good foundations here anyway, where they'd built this, so ideal for building
But
what's now
so
on
the
top
Romans came here. We then had Anglo-Saxons here, obviously the Vikings and all sorts.
Yeah.
Romans, Anglo-Saxons, and then the Normans, and this, because this is a very, very small town. But if you go back to the Domesday Book, when the Archbishop's Palace was built, Nottingham, I think the record of people in Nottingham was 138. Or my figures are, it's not there, but you get it.
I've seen the maps of Nottingham. There weren't
Residents
so many
in
people.
Nottingham were about 138. Residents here were about 170. So this was bigger than Nottingham.
I think Cloaked, it was a lot of the estate was ruled from a guy that owned Cloaked.
Well, here
years ago.
There's all sorts of. I mean, once you start digging about why this is here and what that's all about, it's quite an interesting history.
Yeah. Brilliant. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
One more
That's
question.
amazing.
Isabella, Queen Isabella, what century she was
So
in
she's
church?
13, isn't she? End of the 12s, early 13s.
I don't know Queen Isabella. Layla's got a better historical knowledge of the UK than I have.
Henry was her son Henry. You'll find, she'll come up. Roger Mortimer and Queen Isabella, each of those, and you've got the picture of the very attractive couple.
Brilliant.
Probably from Latin American as well, because the name Isabella is very Latin name. Yeah.
Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much
For
for
your
your
time.
time.
We're gonna go round and just get a bit more detail.
Have you got, but the chapter house, so we're standing here now. This is the chapter house, which is over there.
Yep.
So that was built about 1290.
So that's on this side
Over
of the film.
crossing
I've got it.
there and then
I've got it
downstairs.
from the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got lots of gargoyles and
Yes.
grotesques and all sorts of things going
Yes,
on.
I have.
Yeah. So inside the chapter house, perhaps do some AI research on it because we've got quite famous green men. So you've got to think where you're in the middle of Sherwood Forest.
Yeah.
And all the plant
Legend
life
of
and
Robin
stuff.
Hood.
Well, yeah.
Right up.
Take that.
Sheriff of Nottingham.
Thank you.
All of those.
Thank you very much
No,
indeed
you're
for your
very
time.
welcome. No.
We're just going to have a wander
Yeah.
around and get a few more
Yeah,
sort
no,
of
brilliant.
bits of video.
Thank
Thank you very
you.
much, Emma.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Look at that. It's absolutely beautiful.
So the Antichrist and the cross, and this is where he's being found guilty, which is mine, and then he's got in hand his cross.
World is changing, oh my friend.
Time to dance, time to mend.
From the ashes we arise.
Find the beat, no disguise.
Wars behind us, future bright.
Feel the rhythm, hold on tight.
Rise together. World is changing, oh my friend.
Time to dance, time to mend.
From the ashes we arise.
Find the beat, no disguise.
Wars behind us, future bright.
Feel the rhythm, hold on tight.
Rise together, hand in hand.
We will dance remains.
From the ashes we arise.
Find the beat, no disguise.
Wars behind us, future bright.
Feel the rhythm, hold on tight.
Rise together, hand in hand.
We will dance, we will stand.
Dance through history, come alive.
On the floor we survive.
Moving forward, never still.
Beat you deeper, deeper.
Night is shining, stars align.
Dance together, now's the time.
Through the battles we have won. Moon is out, let's have fun. Together strong, we can't fall. Side by side we stand tall, we stand tall. From the past we take the light. Dance all day through the night. Dance through